Yeah. No, not around the back. Oh, he doesn't get it. Women deployed on the front line in combat situations. Gee, doesn't that all make us feel so very safe? That's our first letter tonight. Second letter tonight, it was okay when we were on our own. What were you doing? But the moment we had to be social, he turned into a nightmare and a total embarrassment. Second letter, and the third letter tonight. For the majority of the visit, he had his tongue so far down her throat, I thought at some stage it was going to pop out of her bottom. That's a classic. I'm excited. All these, a terrific panel in about 30 seconds. See you soon. Popping out of...
Our motley crew is back, churning out advice. You might even laugh a bit in the following half hour. Park your backside on the couch, cause baby it's time for Sweet and Sour. Right here on Sweet and Sour.
Pour some sugar on there, baby.
It's time for Sweet and Sour.
How's about some chili?
It's time for Sweet and Sour.
Close. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Sweet and Sour. Lovely to have your company. Gary Mitchell with you for the next half hour. And a terrific lot of panellists. First up tonight, I believe you've got a stalker, Charlie.
I have, yes.
It's not your missus?
No, I don't think so.
Is it male or female?
No, it's male.
Oh, that's bad. Yeah.
That's bad.
Can't you sell yourself
No,
up?
no. No, I don't know
How
what
do
to
you,
do. Sorry?
what does he do?
Oh, he just rings up. He doesn't like me because he reckons I'm pretending to be a wog. Look at me.
You're pretending.
I'm pretending.
Just flash your chest, mate. Just
Oh.
Have you been practicing your accent?
No, that's just
Because
me.
it's very authentic.
Is it?
Shelley,
No.
welcome to the show as well.
Oh, thank you, Gary.
Have you got a stalker?
I do have a stalker.
Oh, everybody's got a stalker.
Yeah.
I don't.
It's the latest status symbol, I think.
Give us your number.
Is it male or female?
He's male. He's male. I think he needs to be on a little bit of medication at the moment, or when he goes through the stalking stage.
Maybe we
But
should
anyway.
give him some of the plumping and lifting treatment for what? Wrinkly knees.
Correct.
Could you use it anywhere else?
You can use it on your elbows as well.
No, give him the rectum.
This is Shelley's line. There you go. Miss Shelley's products.
Actually, I will show you.
All natural.
If Charlie puts his arm up, puts it straight,
Okay.
All
can
right.
we get a shot of that?
No, you probably
okay.
can't.
Oh.
There you go. Oh, very,
Now, if you see the skin here,
Yeah.
if you pull that skin out, Charlie.
Yeah, this way?
Yeah.
pull
that
that
way.
skin out.
My
Charlie.
kids call that their weenuses.
Exactly.
A weenus.
There you go.
That's your
What do you
weenus.
think?
You've got a very big weenus, Charlie.
Spiritual
okay,
awareness.
then.
My son, when he was that's where God has put extra scrotum skin. And ever since I heard that comment, I had to come up with something to
I'm holding something for scrotum
get rid of
skin.
this particular type of cell to
Anti-scrotum
moisturise it at least. What are you holding now?
Plumping and is that it?
Yeah, so it's plumping. With the original label, we had to do a rerun
Put some
because
on.
it said pumping and lifting.
That'd be right for Charlie. Use the original.
Okay,
Suzie
so
Hunt.
We'll see how it goes.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Suzie sits on the Rottnest Island board as well. You two have to shut up while we're doing this bit over. Otherwise they can't hear us.
I've just got a weenus here too, and it's a bit dry.
Everyone's very a weenus tonight.
Weenuses. Oh,
Weenus. There's some plumping and lifting as
Really,
well.
thank you.
How's Rottnest going?
oh, good. That's only a tiny little thing I do. It's just once a month. It's very interesting.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's very interesting.
Okay, Rottnest is still Western Australia's #1 tourist destination
It's
of
one
choice.
Of them, yes, but although it's all tourist destinations in Western Australia are struggling at the minute. So
Oh, global financial downturn.
Yes.
Catch, Johnny.
Oh, yes.
Plumping and something rather for your lips.
Yes, pumping cream for my lips. Pucker up, it says.
Welcome, mate.
Thank
Welcome
you.
to the
Nice
show.
to be on the show.
Terrific
And,
to have you.
I like to use some of this stuff for the patch on the top of my head. It's a bit rough.
Plumping and lifting. Hang on, we've got some stuff for. Is it all wrinkly knees?
I think
It's all
you should
lifting.
Anti-aging
try
base
The pucker up kissing balm in the black grape because that's one
for the back of his head.
We'll put it
Tell
where
me
you
about
like
the
it
rough spot where
actually.
my girlfriend puts her thumb.
All right, here we go.
leave it.
Dear Mitch and panel, it's a bit of a joke, really. Women deployed on the front line in combat situations. Gee, doesn't that make us all feel so very safe? I don't think so. In every sporting event of which I'm aware, men and women compete separately simply because men are always stronger, faster and more powerful in every way. It has nothing to do with politics and everything to do with evolution. Our Aussie Defence Forces are being politically manipulated by the left-wing social engineers. How the hell does an Aussie woman in the field go hand to hand with the British Taliban operative. And can you imagine what these primitive savages would do to our girls if they took them prisoner? Surely everyone can see that this is bull dust, and perhaps even a smokescreen to divert attention away from other problems that have been the result of women already being in the forces. Get a brain, get rid of the women from the armed forces completely. It comes to us from Ben of Thurberton in South Australia. Suzie, first up.
Well, I can only say to you, Ben, get a brain, and I think if the armed forces had less thugs and drongos like you, we'd be a lot better off. A lot of those women are amazingly fit and are already on the front line. They're already competing. They're amazing women in the armed forces. It must be very, very hard for them, and I really have a lot of respect for them. But I would say that in every single war, women have played a pivotal role in every war, and often it's manipulating as spies, and it's manipulating drongos like people like Ben to get the best outcome for their own country. So I actually think Ben is just should be ignored, really.
Any credence to men are simply stronger, faster, more powerful in every way, with relevance to the front line?
Well, I don't think that I do know some SAS officers, and I don't think they are amazing SAS officers, and I don't know if women could compete at that level. But the reality is it's not always about their strength. It's actually their brains. They have the most amazing brains to be able to overcome terribly stressful situations. It's not just about physical strength, it's actually about emotional.
Women have a great imagination.
We'll bring you in, Johnny. And one of the questions that he poses here is how the hell does an Aussie woman in the field go hand to hand with a British Taliban operative?
He's such a chauvinistic pig.
Now, you're onto it, Ben, that we should get rid of all the women in the world. They cause all of the problems. You think about it, you list one problem that's not caused by a woman. Now, I'm only joking, all the women out there. I think that women can pack a punch. I've been hit by plenty of them.
Have you?
Yeah, they can pack a punch just like a man. They're equally as strong.
What do you do in your spare time to invite such a thing? I've never been hit by a woman.
I won't get into it, but I did deserve it.
Did you like it?
No, I didn't like it, actually. It was whacked in the guts. But having said that, it doesn't take much to pull the trigger. So if you're a woman, you can pull the trigger just as much as a man. And if you're a Taliban leader and you saw a woman pointing a gun at you, you were going to duck just as fast as you are if the man's pointing one.
Shell, Israelis have been doing it for years. Why wouldn't Australian women be on the front line?
Well, we actually have been doing it for a very long time. And hello, this guy's only just worked it out. Women, okay. I don't know if you have actually, if you're experienced with women, Ben, but at least once a month, yes, they can get quite feisty, and especially if they have an Irish background and a Scottish background. And yeah, they can be extremely scary, very, very sneaky as well. I actually went and did shooting last year, and first time I'd ever used a handgun. It was a 9mm. Yes, nine. I can't remember, blown moment, but it was it was about this big, and it fits into a handbag. And it was the first time I'd used it. We're swapping roles. But I actually got asked to go into the Australian 6-hour team that particular day because I did not miss my target at least once.
Yeah, so don't mess with Shelley.
At all. And
good shooting.
Oh, I'm an excellent shot.
Charlie, you a good shot?
I think I am. I think that a lot of women are better than men in a lot of cases. Some of them can outdo guys all the time.
You're speaking from experience.
Yes, I was about to say, because I did karate for a few years, and our best fighters were the girls. I had a 16-year-old girl. She just knocked all the guys out.
They have a higher pain tolerance
as well. She just went up. And they also, if they're fighting you, they show no mercy.
I've got to say, though...
So I reckon they should be there.
The front line has changed completely. Yes. I saw a documentary only 2 weeks ago where front line was a chap driving from Kansas City into his bunker and directing spy planes that shot down everything. And he said he was on the front line. It's brain work now.
It's not like World War I where you ran from the trenches.
Not hand to hand.
You know.
When we come back, we're going to be talking about our relationship issues. Do you keep seeing one another after you've broken up? Don't go away. We'll be right back. Charlie, you're a delinquent.
Oh,
He's
sorry.
still talking. So, Susie, if you'd like to send us a letter and be talked over by Charlie and Susie, send it to the address you've got on your screen right now, which is letters@sweetandsour.net.au. I'm getting the thumbs up by Paris now. And that's it. It'll land here. Every letter that we do like and we read out, we're going to send you to the movies courtesy of... Actually, it's not Natalie Cameron anymore. It's Natalie O'Shea, and she's sending us to Mad Bastards. Has anybody seen that yet?
No.
Has anybody heard of it yet?
No,
I
yeah.
have seen
Mad
some,
Bastards.
but not
You've seen
many.
what?
Some.
Some?
Some.
Shelley's wearing the limited edition Sunnies courtesy of Alan Treves that we have to give away at the end of the night. Letter 2. Hello, Sweet and Sour. Look, it's over. I don't want it to be over, but it's over. He just doesn't fit in with my lifestyle, my friends, my family, or anything. It was okay when we were on our own, but the moment we had to be social, he turned into a nightmare and a total embarrassment. I asked him to get professional help for what I believe is a social anxiety disorder, but he doesn't believe he has one. So we've had to part company. My issue is whether I can or should continue to see him on a friendly basis. You see, I care for him enormously, and I know he still cares for me very much. I also realise that every couple that splits up probably cares very much for one another and, like us, are just ill-suited. My brother says, whilst I might feel better to see each other, it will stop the two of us moving on and finding other partners. What should I be doing here? I just can't work it out for myself because I still have enormous feelings here. And please don't suggest we ought to reconsider and get back together, because the one thing of which I'm certain is that we cannot be together again in a relationship. And it comes to us from Carol of Kew in Victoria. Charlie, a sensitive new age man to start this issue.
Look, she's even said it herself. She goes, she doesn't want to get back together. I don't think it will work if you've already split up, and it's, I don't know, how many times do you have to try it? If have they been split up and back together, or not?
We don't know, but she's saying that they cannot get back together, but
well,
can they be friends?
No, you can't be friends. If you break up with someone and if you still like him...
Never.
Never, no.
Never.
No. Like if,
Never.
oh, well, at the moment, if she says we've got to split up and go our own ways, and she still likes him, if he's with another girl, she'll get jealous and problems. It's even worse.
Did you have any ex-girlfriends at your wedding?
No.
Oh.
I had lots of ex-boyfriends at mine, but then I was divorced.
No, exes are no good.
Probably where I went wrong.
I'll tell you a story later.
Later. Shell, what's the go here? Can you still be friends after you've broken up?
No, you can't.
They care for one another.
It's kind of... yes, socially, you're not supposed to,
This
according...
particular product might help in this situation,
It
no?
may help. Which one have you picked up?
Anti-aging based beauty cream.
Oh,
Shall we
there.
Get back together.
Yeah, well, one of them, whoever's using that is going to look so good that the other one will be chasing
I've
after
put some
them.
on my lips. How have they gone?
They're looking very young. They're looking, like
They're looking very young.
very young. You said you put that on your lips. You're
Sleepers.
anti-aging. You've put pucker up on your lips.
I put what?
Oh, they are puckery, aren't
Pucker.
they? Yes.
Pucker. No, they're naturally like that. See?
Okay. Would you like my advice on this letter?
Not particularly. What do you reckon about that? Go on.
Okay. Now, I actually, I was dating a man with some social, very bad social anxiety disorders, and he had a habit of wanting to take his clothes off in public when we went out.
Disgusting.
And it was very embarrassing.
What's antisocial about that?
And it was at some restaurants, etc., in Manly, in Sydney.
Very manly.
Anyway, it was too much of a headache. We couldn't move forward. He still doesn't see what the problem was. But
Hang on, what happened to him? If he took his clothes off in a restaurant, did they arrest him?
well, I would have to pretend that I had a phone call or I had to get something at the local
And
super.
you got out of there as quick as you could?
I did. I did a back door and ran
So
home.
was he doing it to prompt you to maybe take your clothes
No, not at all. It was attention-seeking
Attention-seeking.
behaviour, and yeah, it was just a bit too weird for my life.
Too weird. Okay.
Invite him to your wedding.
What wedding? I ran away from him. I hope he's not watching.
Johnny, come on in.
Yes, you just understand, Carol, there are some weirdos in the world. That's it. Some people are weird. Someone let him out of his cage, put him back in the cage. And no, don't be his friend. And at least, I agree with you, Charlie. Not immediately, you can be his friend later.
Okay.
How much later? How much time has
It
to elapse?
depends on how long you've been together and how you hurt.
18
2
months
years,
to 2
18 months?
18 months.
That's
to 2
happened with me
years.
with a long term.
Susie's saying the same thing, 18 months, 2
18
years.
months, 2 years.
They say that about a death as well. To overcome a death, it takes 18 months, 2 years. Same sort of thing, is it?
Well, I reckon it takes that time.
Yeah, it takes quite a while. Depending on how much you.
Doesn't it depend on the individual? I mean, some
Yeah, it would, of
some
course.
of my mates are still hung up on a girl that they went out with 10 years ago, and they haven't been up.
So it's not normal.
But they're Greek.
Not these particular ones.
Really?
Yeah.
Friends that are Greek?
No,
I'm shocked.
not
Think
many.
about it. And not related. I reckon 18 months, 2 years. Although if it's a marriage, I think it takes a lifetime. So I don't actually think when you get divorced you ever...
What, you never get over it?
Well, I don't think so. I know a few people, but not many. But I think Carol just has to... I think she might actually be hanging in there a little bit, having the friendship, having a cake and eating it. You know, just having him there to bolster her a little bit. Just in
Overcome the
case,
loneliness,
so she
all
can
that.
go out
That's
with
called
him and
backup.
just be friends. When in fact, you know, I think she would be... I think you're right, Charlie. She'd be devastated if he found someone. But she's not going to find anyone until she
I'm a
leaves
stickler
him.
on this one. I just don't think, no. If you want to
Ever.
move on,
You're never friends with them.
yeah, but years later, you just can't see them. You can't take them out.
You've got to have a
You
break.
can't
You
go
have to
to...
have that
That's it.
emotional detachment.
That's detachment.
And you can't actually see them again until you've actually been out with somebody else or you're in another relationship.
So you wouldn't have them at your wedding.
Well, maybe. But I wouldn't see them for that particular
If
time.
they kept their clothes on.
Just to,
I've never been
well, maybe they could be part of the entertainment. You don't know. When we come back, we're going to be talking about whether public displays of affection or nudity are appropriate in certain situations. Don't go away. We'll be right back with more Sweet and Sour.
Please do not try this at home. These people are paid professionals at making up biased and controversial opinions. Sweet and Sour!
I had a friend called Gary.
We're all wearing our glasses courtesy of Lon Treves and Aussie Opticals, and we'll give a pair away at the end of this segment. Next letter 3, here we go. Hi there, Mitch and crew. I'm gobsmacked at how insensitive people are to others' feelings, views and comfort zones. I'm unsure if I'm being the overly sensitive one and others have the right to be comfortable enough to behave as if no one else is around. It's like this. My mate dropped around to my place so he could introduce his new girlfriend to me. It was great. And she's a really pretty and seemingly friendly person. However, the whole time they were at my place, they couldn't keep their hands off one another. I wouldn't have minded, except my mum and dad were visiting at the same time, and for the majority of the visit, he had his tongue so far down her throat, I thought at some stage it was going to pop out of her bottom. It was revolting. They were so oblivious to others that they didn't even hear my dad's jibes about getting a hotel room. My poor mum was just utterly embarrassed. I didn't even know what to say to them to bring them back from Hormone City. Since then, it's left me pondering what is appropriate behaviour. I would never dream of doing anything like that, but is it my upbringing that could have been a bit wowzerish and they perhaps weren't doing anything wrong at all? It's not the first time I've been offended by my various mates' behaviours, so the question is, do I get over myself or do I become the finger-waving morals police to all who offend me? Clifton of Osborne Park in Western Australia. Shelley, we're going to you first. You've already had a situation of inappropriate behaviour.
Oh, yeah. There's been quite a few, let me tell you.
How are my lips looking?
Well, if you stop pursing them, then I can see, oh, look, yeah, no, just relax and then you can actually...
I can't relax.
Can you get a still on that? Sticking them out. But
look
they
like
are
I've had to be-
puckering up.
They're puckering, are they?
They are puckering.
puckering.
It's the 4% cinnamon oil.
4%?
Yes,
I like
it's
cinnamon.
dilating the blood vessels.
Dilating?
Yes, that's right.
I shouldn't be putting it on my lips.
That's right. Now, wowzerish. I don't think there's anything wowzerish about Clifton's life, by the sounds of it. Clifton, do you know that your parents actually had sexual intercourse? And you are a result of this. So they would have touched each other, and your dad may have had his tongue in your mum's throat. But anyway, maybe you can
But
discuss
I'm
that
sure
with him.
they didn't do it in public, though.
How do we know? We don't know that. I actually think it's really, really nice.
That might have been
for
related to your
people-
ex-boyfriend who did it in a restaurant in Manly.
That's right. But I think it's nice in this day and age for people to actually show affection in public. I think that's a nice thing.
Don't you think though there's a limit? There's affection and there's affection.
Well,
and then there's, like,
I did have to read
sucking
this letter
face.
a few times to see if it said what his tongue would come. His tongue would go down her throat and come out of her bottom.
Yeah.
That's kind of weird.
Yeah, that's how...
Yeah, I did have to read that twice.
Maybe you need some of that on your tongue.
So, I don't know, young love. I think it's kind of cute.
Young love is cute.
Yeah, it's kind of
Charlie, you don't think it's cute? You think it's...
I think it's disgusting myself. There's a time and there's a time and a place for everything.
Stop acting like a wog.
Sorry.
When would that...
What's the matter with you?
When would that be, Charlie? We'll send the camera around.
Okay, there's a time and place for everything. As you know, I do camera work for weddings, and when I tell the couple just to go for a little kiss, and if they get too excited and go like that, that's lust. It's not a nice...
It's hormones.
Yeah, but it's not a nice little kiss and all that. It's not romantic. That there, to me...
It could be the last kiss that guy gets. He's just getting married.
Well, that's a good point.
We should say, go for it now. This could be the last one.
That's tough luck.
No, that was the bridesmaid. But I reckon that's the last... It's to me, I reckon that's last on a scale of 10. It's just too much.
Inappropriate?
Inappropriate.
Inappropriate. Suzie, you don't think it's inappropriate?
No,
I think no, I don't. I think it's really immature. And I was at a dinner a few years ago where I know I agree with you, Charlie. It's scary. Maybe I'm a wog, but it's quite interesting. That I was at a dinner with a couple of friends who were married. A friend that I was with somebody, and this other couple new dating, and they seriously did not stop. They were all over each other the whole night. We couldn't actually eat. It was so disgusting.
Yeah.
But you know what? In 18 months, they're not going to be like that.
That's
In
exactly
18
right.
months, they're going to be back to normal.
So what does that tell you? It's inappropriate. It's all
it's
hormone
immature.
related, and
It's
that's all it
ridiculous.
is. Johnny?
I agree with Charlie and Suzie. Inappropriate, shouldn't be done in public. But there is one thing you can do. Have you ever seen two dogs that get stuck together? You get the hose. Get a bucket of water on the hose.
Cold water, icy cold water.
I'm with Johnny. That's it. You
I
get
heard
a
how
hose.
you stop the dogs together is you stick your finger up their bottom.
Oh no.
No, this is their staffies.
That's for staffing.
Only if they're
That's what they
staffies.
have.
Because they're what?
Their genitalia is shaped like
They
that.
obviously
Have a
haven't been,
head.
have been using the plump up and something rather lip up.
I'm just ashamed
Johnny,
of this.
which letter do we like to give away the pair
I
of
say-
limited edition Sonny's glasses on, everybody? Come
I
on.
say here, Clifton. I agree with you. Letter 3 is my
Letter
vote.
3, does the panel agree?
Yes.
Yeah, letter 3.
Letter 3, coming out to Clifton at Bosman Park in
I
WA,
agree,
some
yeah.
dark sunnies to wear while the others are engaging in tongue kissing and all that sort
He
of thing.
needs some excitement.
He needs some
Glasses.
excitement. All right, we'll
He
send him a
needs to
movie
see
pass
Carol.
as well.
These are
He
dark.
needs to meet Carol.
He needs to meet Carol from where?
Q.
Q of Victoria. What was her? Oh, social anxiety. Oh, yeah, because she's not going out with
she's
anybody.
single.
She's single?
Clifton needs to meet Carol.
Oh, yeah.
Be a dating firm.
They can go out and have some
They
They
can
can.
have some
sexual
lust.
exhibition.
We can talk about this for hours, but we've got to go. Charlie, say good night.
Good night, Charlie.
When's Charlie's Kitchen on?
Wednesday night, 7:30.
Very nice.
Channel
Shell, we've got to
183.
go. Thank you for bringing in your
Not my
Miss Shelley's products. And which one are you leaving me with?
I'm going to leave you with the pucker up because you've stuck your finger all the way through it, Gary.
It's
but
very
also
tasty.
because it's doing such a
What is
great
it?
job on Gary's lips.
Black grape. You reckon? I don't know so much. We'll see.
When you relax,
I'll
we
put it
can actually
elsewhere.
see that.
Suze,
Don't it? Yeah.
see you at Rock News.
I was thinking the image of that. No, thank you. Thank you for having me on. It's been
It's always
fun.
good. Always good.
It's
Johnny,
always fun.
Always a pleasure,
great to have
Gary.
you.
Nice to be here. Thanks again
We'll
for
see you
inviting
again soon. Thank
Hope
all
so.
our wonderful panellists. Thank our terrific crew, and thanks for having us at home tonight, Australia. Good night, everyone.
everyone.
See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Ciao.
See ya. Ciao.